Well, good Saturday morning, everyone, and greetings once again from Radio Wasteland Records here in Midland. Thought I was prepared here, but now it doesn't look like I am. Getting stuff around here to get our weekly live show off to the right start. And I believe I forgot some of the microphone stuff. Can you hear me? There we go. Clicking around. Yeah, this is a professional outfit, and I'm a professional. How are you doing this morning? We've got a gray day here in the mid-Michigan area. It's January. Got up this morning and radar and the weather apps said that it was snowing outside. And I was actually considering that we may have to shovel the walks off a little bit, but that was not the case. In fact, there's not much happening. But if you're paying attention to some of these, they're saying that we're due for a blizzard here, or at least a couple of them in the next week or two. So we'll just have to kind of hang tight and see what happens. But again, it's winter, it's January, it's Michigan. That stuff's going to happen. It is going to happen. Let's say a couple of quick hellos this morning. Make sure that we're up and around. And let's see, what do we got going? Betty from Toledo saying hi. She's enjoying a new Ed Sheeran album. Cool. Thank you very much. As well, Chuck, good morning to you, good sir. Something, Chuck, for you to be, I'm sure you know this, but we're going to mention a new Clutch release, not a new album, but a kind of a new pressing of a Clutch album coming up on the new release show a little bit later on today. I know Chuck's a fan of that. Gary saying good morning, as well as Abby. Hi, Abby. Good morning. Welcome. Thank you for being here. Sean saying, yes, it's such a great quote there from the Prince himself. Good morning. Instead of hate, celebrate. Steve Carlson saying good morning. He's stock up on vinyl before the snow hits. So we should be offering survival kits. Let's see, bread, milk, and records. That'll get you through any kind of blizzard that is thrown our way. Hey, speaking of Steve, do not forget our podcast, our Vinyl Community Podcast. It's after a brief holiday hiatus that is coming back tomorrow, Sunday, and on your favorite platforms. We'll have it on YouTube as well as iHeartRadio and the Big E Spotify. But Steve and I are rested up and both feeling better, I believe, and ready to start talking about records, as two guys talking about records do every week. So make sure that you are subscribed to our YouTube channel and or look for us on Spotify or iHeart, and you can listen in on that the fun nonsense every week. So we're going to kick things off, I think, tomorrow with just a general predictions for the new year, vinyl-wise. And I'm not big on resolutions, but we'll see how we do with that. Plus a couple of news items that have come across our way in the past couple of weeks. So that, again, popping up on our YouTube channel and iHeart and Spotify as well with our good friend Steve. Also saying good morning, Pat. Another Saturday morning. Yeah, you know, they're moving quicker and quicker, faster and rolling on. It's already no, it's not quite mid-January, but we're close enough to it. Still the first week. Just chill out on that. Dan, good morning to you, sir. West Side saying greetings. Hi, Rick. Thanks for being here. Jeff saying good morning as well. Thank you as well. And another Jeff checking in. Sunny and warm in Texas. There you go. Now, sunny and warm. My son lives down in Texas, Jeff. He's stationed down there in the San Antonio area. And for them, warm, it's getting down into the 60s. Still t-shirt weather. He's a Michigan boy, and everybody, once it hits 60s, he says bundles up. So hopefully you're having fun down there. And thank you so much for tuning in from the great state of Texas. All right, we are, yeah, I know. I just complained that we're halfway through January, but it is still the first week of January. This is our first official live update for the month of January and for the year 2024. And wouldn't you know it, right out of the gate, surprising a lot of us, Record Store Day announced the date for Record Store Day 2024. I'm sorry for chuckling, but you know, this was bound to happen at some point. And I think Record Store Day I don't know if they're making light of it or what their decision making. I stopped guessing what the Record Store Day organization does to decide things. But Record Store Day 2024, the date only has been announced as Saturday, April 20th. So 4/20/24. And I'll let the jokes write themselves. We're already trying to figure out who the ambassador might be. this year, whether it could be some combination of Snoop Dogg and Willie Nelson. Kim suggested possibly Cheech and Chong as Record Store Day ambassadors. We'll just kind of have to see what happens with that one. But yep, 420. It's the holiday that people try to celebrate but probably forget. But it's a good Twinkie day as well, from what I hear. The next follow-up question that goes with that is, when's the list coming out? Well, the list is not going to be out. I looked at our stuff from the past couple of years, and my guess is if you're looking for when the list for Record Store Day 2024 is going to pop, that list will probably hit sometime in mid to late February. Probably, I don't know, within the last week of February, we should see the list for RSD 2024. They're going to have their work cut out for them. I know we talked a lot about the last Black Friday event, and it was like, yeah, it was all right. But man, last April 23 Record Store Day was a phenomenal one, and no small part thanks to somebody named Taylor Swift. So we'll see what RSD does this year to top that from last year's. It'll be interesting to see if they can maintain that momentum and see what they come up with. Bruce checking in, saying good morning as well. Thank you for being here, sir. So yeah, 420, the jokes will write themselves. We're already working on a poster to kind of help dig into that. So, all right, news-wise, that is about it. And let's talk about some releases coming up. The first week of January is a little slow, but the Rhino campaign did kick off with a few releases. The Yes one, the self-titled Yes, we're out of. I'll try to get some more. Man, that is a good album as well. But we'll try to get some more of those. But still in stock from the Rhino Start Your Ear Off Right campaign is, let me check something here. There we go. Is the Live at Max's Kansas City from the Velvet Underground. This is an expanded version of the original LP, and I believe it is on magenta and orchid colored vinyl. So they turned this into a double LP now with some extra stuff. So we've got a copy of that, one copy of that left in. The other Start Your Ear Off Right stuff included The Doors, a 40th anniversary of Alive, She Cried, reissued on vinyl for the first time since its original release. I'll have to go back and check on that, on limited edition emerald colored vinyl. Got about, I think, 2 or 3 copies of that left. For you Doors fans out there, Melanie Martinez, a 12-inch single that was part of the Rhino campaign. This is the After School EP. We've got a copy of that. And I know I seem a little lost today, don't I? Now, also, Rhino has been putting out these new compilation albums, greatest hits, if you will, called their Now Playing series. And they included a couple of those in the Rhino Start Your Ear Off Right campaign, but they didn't put the Rhino stickers on them. It's a little odd, but these are very interesting compilations. We got one from Foghat and one from America that are brand new, but the Gordon Lightfoot one that came out last year, they all kind of follow that same look and feel. They've got the same type of sleeve design to help save some money on that. It's usually a generic picture on the front, and they all feature this little Now Playing tab built into the cover on the left side and the spine side. So very cheap to put together, and I think the sound quality is decent from what I'm hearing from people. We're not getting any complaints. But this is meant to be a very, very low price point at a time when vinyl prices are skyrocketing. A lot of new vinyl prices are going nuts. So these things come in at it's like a $19.99, $20 price tag that we have on them. Most of them are on colored vinyl. They also do have some black vinyl versions of them. And they're just cobbled together greatest hits. So like this brand new one from Foghat, the Now Playing series, has got everything from Slow Ride, Fool for the City, Stone Blue. Just want to make love, the stuff that you would expect a Foghat one. And same thing with the America, the soft rock. It's got Horse with No Name, Sandman, Ventura Highway, Tin Man, Muskrat Love. So if you're new to vinyl and you're looking just for a very low price point as far as new vinyl comes in, $20 can't be beat. Yeah, the covers aren't anything phenomenal. They all kind of look alike, but we don't listen to covers is what we hear a lot of. So we do have some. I've got some Foghat and a couple of the America ones left. Good stuff if you're into it. We did get a reissue, another copy of the Gordon Lightfoot Now Playing as well. Other new reissues from Friday include 2 from Guadalcanal Diary. These guys are great. If you like REM, these guys came from the same roots, if you will, as REM. They shared producer Don Dixon for their early albums. and it's real good. And Steve, I'll use the term jangle pop, but I think that this is more alternative, but we'll put in there. So the first Guadalcanal Diary, Walking in the Shadow of the Big Man on mint colored vinyl, and a orange and pink, pink and yellow colored vinyl of 2x4. This is a great album. This is no slouch either, but this is a great album if you're into early 80s college radio alternative music. Jangle pop, I'll toss it in there. The reissue of these gave me cause so I could listen to my copies of this in the store safely without having somebody say, hey, what is that? So we've got one copy each of these Guadalcanal Diaries left. So stop in and get them when you can. All right, let's see. Oh, Dan's chiming in there. The Fog Caddy picked that up. Sounds great, and it's fun to listen to. That is all you can ask for from an album, right? Cool. So they're now playing stuff. Rhino, I didn't think that they would do a bad job with that pressing. It's just that I think, like I said, the album cover design and the layout and the licensing that, quite frankly, goes into these greatest hits albums allow them to put them out at such a low price, which is a good thing in an era when new vinyl prices are encroaching on the $50, $60 range in some cases. Okay, in the vinyl drop yesterday, you guys may have noticed it was kind of a cleanup. We're trying to get some stuff restocked on the vintage side after the busy Christmas holiday. So there was a lot of common, a lot of just generic low-end stuff going out with the vinyl drop. But also, and this was an odd one, we've had, you guys see the Michigan section behind me here. I've always had a polka section here in the store. I don't know if I'm one of the odd stores out that does that, but we have a separated, identified polka section, both for just general polkas, one little crate, but also we've got about 2 or 3 dozen good Michigan polka stuff dating back to the 60s and 70s. That got hit actually pretty hard over the holiday season. I think we sold more Michigan polka albums this past holiday than we have in the past 5 years, which is cool because, folks, everybody likes the polka. So that actually necessitated the need to get that restocked. I had some in the back room. We got them washed up and put out. So that meant that a big, large batch of Marv Herzog polkas, the real musical hero act from Frankenmuth, it's restocked on the shelves. A whole bunch of Marv Herzog stuff going out there. I just pulled this one to show you guys. Now, by the way, where else are you going to find that? But that is an autographed Marv Herzog album here at the store. So if you dig your Michigan polkas, there's some Michigan Dutchmen out there and a few other ones. They're going to be in the the recently dropped section, but they'll also be in the Michigan section before too much longer. So if you're enjoying that Michigan polka stuff, get out and enjoy the Michigan polka. I would encourage you to look at the rest of the drop as well. Still a lot of great stuff on that, and we're working our way slowly through January to get back up to speed with a lot of the vintage vinyl stuff here at the store. Okay, I mentioned the new website last week that is up and running. All seems to be going okay with it. Feel free to peruse that. We, as I said, will continually add more items to that. Those of you who are out of the area, you can shop a little bit of our inventory. And those of you that are in the area can see some of the high-end stuff and maybe just put a hold on them and that way and pick them up here at the store however you see fit. One other news item on this too, and I don't know if anybody has checked this. I tried it and we were trying to check at home at the same time, but we may or may not be streaming live on Instagram right now. This is kind of a new thing offered through our platform, and I thought I'd try it without really announcing it. I see it here. I'm looking at my laptop, and I see the Instagram page that says that we're streaming. Says that it's up there, but I couldn't find it on my mobile app. So if you happen to see us live on Instagram for whatever reason, hi and welcome. I'm going to attempt to keep experimenting with that in the future because I think it's still in the beta stage, whether or not we can actually get on Instagram live. I hear that's a popular thing. All the kids are checking out Instagram. Check out my gram. That was bad. I'll stop that right now. All right. I think we're going to wrap this up and get stuff going for the weekend. We are at 716 George Street, just north of downtown Midland. Come check us out. I'll be open today from now until 6 p.m. Tomorrow, Sunday, remember our adjusted January and hours after the fact. On Sundays, we're now open from noon until 4 p.m. Outside of the area, you can look for us at radiowastelandrecords.com. Keep up with some cool stuff on there. And as always, our other social media, Facebook, Instagram Live, and YouTube, of course. And I would encourage you, if you're not so, please hit that subscribe button on our YouTube channel, like and comment after the fact, not on the lives as well, but on everything else. Check us out and help spread the word. We have tons of fun with that. All right, you folks enjoy the cloudy January day. It's a good day to spin some vinyl. Get out there and stock up just in case we're going to get a storm on Monday and Tuesday. We'll see what happens with that maybe next week. But regardless, we'll be here for you guys. So until next week, we will talk to you next time from Radio Wasteland. Thanks again for being here. You folks rock.